Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Deal Hound Club. I'm Ron Douglas, and I have found some deals, finally. Sorry about yesterday, but I just was not finding any good deals, so I just skipped it. Anyway, the first one's already sold. Good gravy. Ah, man. Okay, so this one was a good deal. I'm just going to show it to you because it's already sold. Doggone it. Well, that's really disappointing. These doggone Nissan hardbodies are awesome. Awesome trucks. And they're getting quite the following. They've always had quite the following, but they're getting more of a following. And this is a King Cab V6 5-speed 4-wheel drive. This was a good one for under $2,000. You could have easily doubled your money on this one. All right, well, shoot. Let's try another one here. Let's see. We'll go up here and try this one here. Next. Okay. Well, I know why this one's still here. Okay, so it does run. It doesn't say it has a title. I'd want to confirm it has a title for that kind of money. I'd want to be at $2,000 with no title. But if it does have a title, this one's good to go. It doesn't look, there's a little bit of rust along the bottom. Of course, over the wheel wells, there's always rust. But it's a pretty solid truck, and this is a highboy. It's a 74. So a 74 highboy, and he says it runs on starter fluid, which means it's probably just gummed up. You know, the fuel system just needs cleaned out, and you can get this running. Now, if you really wanted to bring some money, get this thing running and get it on all 4 matching wheels and tires, and you could probably get 65 for it. So, clean up the interior and I'll clean this up. You could probably get 55, 65 for it. But if you wanted to just flip it and make a quick $1,000, $1,500, you could just do that as well. And anyway, so yeah, these highboys are always in demand. Okay, next one, 79 Camaro. This one is in Arizona, 78,000 original miles. That is pretty rare. I don't want to confirm that, and he didn't just write that on there. Anyway, I was happy with that. Not happy with the color. You know, the brown is not a sought after color. It does have looks like a whiskey ding back here in the quarter panel. But it is a pretty straight and clean car. Unfortunately, the downfall to me, if I remember right, this one had something wrong with it. What was it that I didn't like? Oh, that's what it was. Had a sunroof. Somebody put a sunroof in it. Yeah. That kind of ruins the car. But it's still worth $4,000. I think you could make a quick 5. You sell it for 5 or 6. I'd list it at 65, and then take what you want to take off of it. But you could easily list this. This could be a $6,500 car, pretty easy. Obviously, again, if you watched any of my episodes, you know what I'm talking about. Clean up this crap. Get all these boxes out. Get everything out of it. Put it in the trunk if you want to. That's fine. But, don't leave a whole bunch of junk laying on the interior. Get the door panel on it. Get this thing finished up and looking decent. And, yeah, it takes no time at all. But I do like that it's got 4 matching wheels and tires. It is a good, clean car for what it is. And these things are starting to really climb in value. I think for a quick flip, you could get 65. But if you really want to sit on it, you could probably ask for 85 for it. Oh, see, that's a prime example. See, why pull these off? Get these back on, clean it up, make it look complete. Does that make sense? And it looks like he has the original intake and stuff inside the trunk. Bonus points if you want to get the air conditioner rehooked back up. That's silly. I hate when they do that and plug up the air conditioner instead of just fixing it. But that's a pet peeve of mine. Anyway, that's a good clean car for the money. Okay, so I'm torn on this one. I love this truck. But this is another one where they ruined the freaking interior on it. 351 automatic on the floor. Somebody put automatic on the floor. Does have a little bit of rust, but this is not a bad truck for the year. I love these 3/4 ton long bed step sides. This is, I know, I just like funky stuff, and this one's kind of funky. Most people don't like the step sides, but this is what I'm talking about. They ruined it with the sunroof. I hate that they put the sunroof in it. Some people don't mind, but this is easily another one of those $6,500 trucks. If you cleaned it up, cleaned up under the hood, got it running good, you can make, I'd talk them down to at least 4,500. You could probably get it for 4. Let's say you get it for 4 and you list it for 65. Make quick $2,500 on it just by detailing it out and making it run smoother and vacuum up all this crap. Crap literally. That's probably all mouse turds. But yeah, anyway, this is a decent truck. Again, it wouldn't be a long-term keeper for me, just because I hate when they cut these aftermarket sunroofs in them. Another pet peeve of mine. So, but this would be a good flip. I'd love to keep this as a daily for me, but it's just that darn roof line. It just kind of ruins the deal for me. But man, I tell you what, I love these old trucks. I think they look awesome. All right. Okay, so the next one will be, here's a prime example of the reason why this isn't sold. Here's his first picture. Check this out. Of course. What the flip is wrong with my pictures? Good gravy. Of course, I mentioned pictures, and this is what happens. What the heck? Yeah, that's his first picture. Come on, people. Really? That's the picture you choose to advertise your truck. This is ignorance at a whole nother level. It takes 2 seconds. That's just pure laziness. I mean, any of these other pictures would have been 10 times better. I mean, it's obviously got full of extra parts and stuff. It is a crew cab. It is a short bed. And it does have a ton of, he's got transmissions laying around. Of course, none of this stuff probably works. He's probably just trying to get rid of junk in his yard, but he says it all must go. So you got to take the extra motors, you got to take the extra transmissions, all that stuff with you, but it is only $2,000. So let's keep that in perspective. $2,000 for a crew cab, short bed. A lot of people are putting these bodies on Cummins chassis, so you could easily get $4,000 for this setup. Doing for somebody that's looking to do a swap, just because it is pretty rust free. It's out in New Mexico, so there's just not much rust out there. So this will be a good one for that. And it's a 73, so older body. Yeah, these are desirable in the Mopar crowd. All right, next one is a Impala SS. What was wrong with this one? The intake, I think it was. He does have a title. It needs intake gaskets. So it's not running right because it needs intake gaskets, supposedly. I don't know the mileage on this one. That's the only caveat on this. If it's a something under 150,000 miles, I would say yes. But I didn't see any pictures of the odometer, if I remember right. Yeah. So these SSs, I mean, they're still bringing anywhere between 10 and 20 grand in good running shape. And decent miles. So, and not tore up. So another pet peeve of mine is when people take a picture of, okay, so he's got the picture of the seat. That's what you want. I hate when they do this, take a picture of this part, but not the bottom. That drives me nuts because that's not the part that you need to see. Anyway, I think this could be a good buy. Obviously if you could talk him down, that'd be even better. Talk him down to 5,500 on this and put an intake gasket on. If it does run and drive and just needs an intake gasket, you know, you could easily at 5,500, you could easily double your money on this car, depending on the mileage. Okay. Next one is, oh, dang it, this one sold too. This one I knew it was too cheap. All right, so this one was a 2000 Dodge Cummins, and had something funky wrong with the 5-speed transmission, but you can tell here, which he doesn't state in the ad, but you could tell by the axle here in the front that this is a 4-wheel drive. So being that it was a 4-wheel drive Cummins for $2,000, that is a steal. Yeah, $2,000 is what he wanted for it. That was a steal of a truck. And of course he wanted his winch bumper and all that stuff back. I don't give a crap. I would just buy this just to do a well, the good thing about these is you can pull this apart and use this as a donor vehicle to do a transplant into something else. Or that's one step. Or two, you can literally rebody this with, like I said, that crew cab Dodge, and then now you've got yourself a $10,000-$15,000 truck. So it depends on which way you want to go, but either way, $2,000 was too cheap. I mean, I've seen people pay more than that just for the transmission and pedals and everything just to convert an automatic over to a manual truck. So either way, that was a good deal. All right, and the last one here. Hopefully, it's not sold. Please don't be sold. Okay, so this one. This one was a T100. This is a good deal, even though it's banged up. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't so banged up. But it, that's the one thing I forgot to look at. Dang it. 385,000 miles. Jeez, 400,000. I don't know if that's a good deal now. I forgot to look at the miles. Sorry, guys. Good gravy. I don't know. These things are hot and people really like them. I don't know if they like them that much to pay, to make any money on this with 400,000 miles already on this truck. And the part that pisses me off is there isn't a freaking panel on this thing that ain't got a dent. Tailgate's in good shape. Go figure, right? The business end of the truck actually has no dents on it. But literally everything else is dented. I don't know if this is worth. See, at first I was thinking you would just fix this up, put new bumpers on it, and maybe see if you could find a red fender, and then pop this out as best you can, and you'd have about a $3,500 truck. But now you're really pushing it with 400,000 miles on it. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good deal. You guys, matter of fact, you guys tell me. What do you think? I don't know. These T100s are. These are the reason why these are so interesting and people in the Toyota world love them is this is the last true Toyota truck. This was assembled in Japan and shipped to the U.S. So these are kind of sought after for that. And they've got the die-hard 3.4 V6 in them, which is a pretty bulletproof motor. And it isn't... you could throw a timing belt on one of these and it doesn't matter. It's a non-interference motor, so you can just throw another timing belt on it and keep on going. So yeah, these are kind of there's quite a following behind these. I just don't know. Now I'm really torn. Sorry guys, I didn't catch the mileage on that one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if it was in my backyard, maybe if I wanted to play with a T100 for a little while, I might. This might make a good mountain buggy for somebody too. I mean, $1,500, and you could literally just take the bumpers off, put a winch in the middle, and send it, and it would. I mean, you could wheel all over the freaking mountains with this thing. I don't know. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think on that one. Sorry guys, I thought we'd have a better deal on it, and I think that's it. That's all the ones I had for today. Let me see if there's anything else that just popped up quickly. These doggone things just pop up and then they disappear so darn quick. Okay, so these Nissan King Cabs, if this one is running and driving, that would be a good brand new clutch distributor. So this is a good deal here. Maybe okay. So it needs carburetor work on it, but it is a king cab, 4-wheel drive, and these old Nissans or Datsuns. Sometimes they call them Datsuns, but anyway, these are the yeah 85. So this is the last year of this body style, and so the people that are yeah, that was only 145,000 miles. Yeah, this is a good buy, guys. 45. You could easily double your money on this car. Yep, 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 yep. That's a good one. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad I finished on a high note. I was sad about that last one. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go, guys. You could double your money on this one. Yeah, these old Nissan 720 pickups are have got quite the following on them. And rebuilding these carburetors is nothing. I mean, heck, you could do that in a couple hours. Okay, well, good. I'm glad I got to finish on a high note. Let me just scan through here just to make sure there's nothing else crazy that sticks out to me. Vehicles. No. All right. I just wanted to, like I said, I'll just keep scanning until we end this, but I will. I'll talk at you guys later. Today is Friday, so I won't do another one of these till Monday. So hopefully there's some more vehicles added to the some more good deals that are added over the weekend. And again, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm trying not to waste your time, so I'm trying not to post unless one, I have a decent amount of ones that are for sale that are good deals, and two, there's got to be a good enough deals that it's, I don't want to just do one or two cars. So, and so I'm not going to waste your time by posting up, and saying, well, there's nothing today, so we're just going to make up something today. So I'm not going to do that. So anyway, hopefully that helps, guys. I'll talk at you later. Take care. Have a good weekend.